Hello, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You guys are going to be doing this. This is the first of the two labs for earthquakes. This one we're going to deal with the S&P waves, kind of going on from yesterday with the S&P waves. So first things first, you are going to write in everything that has the orange boxes. Do not forget your name. You don't put your name, you get 10 points taken off. So you'll only get a 90 if you finish everything and you forget your name. So your name needs to be on this. You are also to be doing this by yourself. You are not to be copying off of anybody else, taking somebody else's words for your own. You are telling me from your own brain to these papers, all right? Questions, please feel free to ask me. I will definitely try to help you out with this as long as you watch this video of instruction. So first things first, answer the first two questions. A lot of this is going to be asking, what do you think you would feel? So keep that in mind when you're doing this lab. All right. So once you get these two questions done, you're going to scroll to here. You're going to do a Gizmo warm-up. So, sorry. This should be at 860. Sorry, I messed around with it. Needs to be at 860. And yeah, that's going to be as good as I'm going to get it. So it's at 860. I mean, if you mess around with it, you mess around with it. But it's at 860 at the moment. I want to make sure it's kind of where it needs to be.
I'm gonna find
there you go. All right, so what symbol represents the epicenter? Which symbol represents the recording station? Write those two down. Then click play. What type of seismic waves are released? There's two types. Hint, hint, hint. You dealt with them yesterday, and I said them already. Look at the recording station detector in the upper left-hand side of the gizmo. What happens to the seismic when the seismic waves hit? So you're going to look at this. What happens when they hit? Let me know. Okay, so you're going to reset it. Make sure that it's about 860 because I messed with it. I'm now at 862. It's close enough. What you're going to do is you're going to click play. And then right after the purple wave hits, so you're going to hit play right after the purple wave hits. You're going to pause it. I mean, I paused it like real quick. And then you're going to write down this time right here. And then what is shown on the seismograph at that time? Like mine has like, it's just starting to go up. All right, so it says the next one, you're going to click play again, and you're going to do the same thing for when the S wave goes by. Oop. Yeah. And there's no way to pull it back. Okay, so play. I'm just going to redo this because, yeah. Okay, so I would record that, and then I'm going to state what is shown on the seismograph at that time, and then describe, click play for wait all the vibrations to happen. What did you experience during this earthquake? If you were at the recording station, what do you think you would feel? All right, explore, reset, drag the station closer to the epicenter and press play. So reset, and then you just drag it closer somewhere to this dot. And answer what you think you would experience during an earthquake. What do you think it'd feel like? All right, you're going to reset, and then you're going to place the recording station about 300 kilometers away. I am at 393. Oh, woo! I actually got it on 300. Woohoo! If you don't and you got like a couple, like 302 or something like that, that's fine. It's as close as you can get to 300. So once you get to 300, click the play and observe the S&P waves. Which one's faster? Wait until the seismograph is complete and click show time probe. So I'm going to make mine at, say, right here, 200. And I'm going to click play. I'm just going to let it run because I'm going to let it run. All right. So what I'm going to do is do the show time probe. And I'm going to take this. This goes to the first part. And this goes to the second part right there. Okay, so I've got that. Those are my 2 times. If it went too fast, you can always click reset and click play, pause. You know it's there. Play, pause. Right about there. I'm good. That's one way, just like the play, pause, play, pause. That way you you can get a really good recording of everything. All right, so it wants you to write down the time difference between the S and P waves. This is going to be the delta T or the change in time. So anytime you see this delta, delta means change. So I would write down 31 seconds. Mind you, you are not writing 31 because you are doing yours at 300. I did mine at 200. All right, so predict. How do you think time difference between P and S waves will change as the distance to the center, the epicenter, increases? Look at what you've done so far. Based on that, predict as you get closer what's going to happen to the difference between the P and the S wave. All right, so this says gather data on this. You're going to do 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 100, or 1,000, because my zeros are awful. And you're going to record the delta T for each one. Once you are done, you're going to click on this. I would highly suggest, because you are writing them down right here, you write them down on a piece of paper, because you're going to have to edit this and draw your differences in times. So here's your time difference. You are going to click wherever. So say I'm going to do time difference for 100. I'm going to go do. Make sure I'm on Scribble. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Actually, let's see if elbow connector will work. I'm going to go right here. Yeah, that's not going to work either. I'm going to do the Scribble and say it's right here. There's my 1. I'm just going to make it like really, really big. My 2 is going to be right here. I'm going to make this big. My 3 is going to be right, say, right there. And I'm going to make that big. I'm going to make sure I do Scribble. And 400 will be like right there. I'm going to make that like monstrous. So you're just going to do that. And when you're done, I would like you to make a line, do the line from each one. Something like that. Yours is not going to look like this. So once you do that, you're done. You're done with that graph. And make the graph, plot your data on the graph to the right of the data table, draw the line to connect the points together. Kind of what I was just doing, like messing around in there. What did your graph show? Type it in. Draw conclusions. By the way, if you're not doing the graphs, if you're not doing the pictures and stuff, you do get at least, at the minimum, 10 points off. So say you forget your name and you don't do this graph, you get a maximum of 80. And that's not including if you're getting things wrong. You will get less than an 80. So make sure you're doing everything that I ask you to do. Okay, it says draw conclusions. How does the time difference, delta T, between the P and the S wave relate to the distance of the epicenter? So as it gets farther away, this happens. I just kind of answered, gave it to you. All you have to do is plug in that last part. As P and S wave, or so as the distance increases, this happens to the P and the S wave. Okay? Suppose the recording station was located 5 kilometers from the epicenter. Remember, you didn't do it, you did 4 and 6. What will be the time difference between the P and the S wave? So what you're going to do, you're going to look at your graph and you are going to extrapolate, just like you do in math. You're going to pluck it out and you're going to write down what you think right here. Again, if I find you're having the same numbers as somebody else, that may not be correct, because I can tell you for a fact it's really hard to get it right on that 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on. So you are doing this by yourself. You are not copying off of anybody else or working with anybody else except for Mrs. Co. All right, check your answer using the Gizmo. Were you correct? So what that just means is after you figure this out, go to Gizmo, place it as close to 500. Were you right? Check your answer. Were you right? Yes or no. It's simple as that, yes or no. All right, so now you're going to practice on each of these. So it says label the first P wave and the S wave, estimate the time difference. So you're going to do what I was doing on the slide. You're going to take this, I would say take the line and put a line like this. And I'm going to make mine a little bigger. And each vertical line is 50 seconds, so I know that's 50. 50 is a little tricky. So yeah, we're just gonna, yeah. And then you're gonna draw another line, and you're gonna keep, I would suggest just draw the lines out first. That way you can figure out the distances between the two like I did on the notes. Once you are done with this, now you are done. If you have questions, if you need help, please do not hesitate to email me. Let me know. I will hop on Zoom if I can. Remember, 9:30 to 10, 1 to 2. I'm here. If you need help, I will go over things with you. I'm not afraid. I will do it. I have no problems doing it. But my big thing is you have to watch the video first. So hopefully you're watching this video, and then you will ask me questions. All right. Have a great day, guys.